With the first pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select Myles Garrett.
All right.
Defensive end, Texas A&M.
Good for Cleveland, good for their fans. That's the right pick.
And there is a shot of Myles Garrett in his home in the Metroplex in Dallas. He is, after all it's said and done, a Cleveland Brown.
Myles Garrett, take a look at him, folks. 6'4 and a half, 272. He's got 35 and a half inch arms, which is outstanding. He's got get off and burst, all pro ability all day long. If he stays healthy and he cares to be the best, he will be the best. Now, the first thing he can do is have the size and ability to set a physical edge, keep the outside arm free, and make a play.
We have our first trade of the night, and it is not somebody from the bottom of the top 10 moving up. It's the Bears moving up one spot. As the fans here are learning the details, they gave up a third and a fourth this year and a third next year.
With the second pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears select Mitchell Trubisky, quarterback, North Carolina.
Hello. Mitchell Trubisky is going to Chicago, and he will mentor with Mike Glennon.
Well, I'm going to be the first one to put my hand up and say I obviously did not see that coming. And I really thought that Chicago was pretty excited about Mike Glennon. Mitch Trubisky, 13-game starter, a little over 6'2", 222 from Ohio. He's got a very quick feet and release. I like his accuracy, 67%, 8-5 in his only year as a starter. Ironically, of all the quarterbacks, even though he only played 13 games, I think he's the most ready to play in the NFL. Red zone, soft and off corner, recognizes it, ball comes out quickly and accurately, allows the receiver to score.
With the third pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers select Solomon Thomas, defensive end, Stanford.
So he doesn't have to move very far, Coach.
That's great. That's great for him. You see Solomon with his family. Just an extraordinary young man. Looking forward to what this guy can do at the next level. It's one of the reasons why we changed our rule to let juniors be captains. This is a leader.
With the fourth pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Leonard Fournette, running back, LSU.
Well, there are new business decisions to be made in the American Football Conference South. Leonard Fournette is coming to Jacksonville.
He's 6 feet, half an inch, 240 at the combine, 228 at his pro day. Downhill thumper, old school. You got to give him 20 to 30 touches a game. The question on him is he in the game on third down? Now, DJ talked about how angry this guy is. Please watch this XO with me. Little toss sweep. He had 3 runs for over 50 yards in this game against Ole Miss. It was kind of now 240. Watch this. Oh. Now watch this one.
Oh, this is not.
Watch this one. Get off me, youngster.
With the fifth pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the Tennessee Titans select Corey Davis, wide receiver, Western Michigan.
Okay. All right, so Western Michigan top 5 pick.
How about Steve Smith right there? Welcome to the broadcast, Steve Smith. That's a great poll, man.
Appreciate it. He didn't even have his jacket ready.
Look at him. His jacket was off.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. They just got a stud, 10 years.
That's an unbelievable story. He wasn't even able to work out since his college season ended. Had an ankle injury. They were hoping to be able to work out after the combine. Couldn't do it. So the NFL just pulled the trigger at number 5 on a wide receiver from the MAC that they weren't even able to work out.
With the 6th pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select Jamal Adams, defensive back, LSU.
So The son of one-time New York Giant George Adams is now a New York Jet. Jamal Adams will be playing the secondary for the Jets.
I think this is the second best football player in the draft. Yeah. I thought the Jets, when they got Leonard Williams, who fell in their lap, was a great pick. And I think they just got the second best player of the draft right here, Mike. The folks at LSU that have been there for a long time, I'm talking 20-plus years, say this kid is the best leader they've ever had in their program.
In our pregame show, we said, who's the safest pick in the draft? And I said it was Jamal Adams. You pair him with Gilchrist, and all of a sudden, you've got one of the best safety tandems in football.
With the 7th pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Chargers select Mike Williams, wide receiver, Clemson.
Well, I guess the secret's out, and there is Mike Williams at his draft party in Southern California, so he won't have very far to go. As you can see, he's at home. He won't have, pardon me, that's in South Carolina, my bad. He will have he will be going to cross the country to take on defenses in the AFC West. There is Mike Williams.
Mike Williams is all about separating with length, power, and catch radius. 6'3.5", 218 pounds. He's a dominating physical presence. He's a back shoulder guy. You'll love him in the red zone. And I'm going to show you my favorite play of the season, his hustle play against Pittsburgh. Now here he is creating separation with power. Pushes that arm. He's open when he's not open. There's different ways to create. Here it is. I love this. Red zone. Man coverage. One-on-one. Throw the back shoulder. Now look at him. Controls his body. Elevates. Good vision.
With the 8th pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the Carolina Panthers have selected Christian McCaffrey, running back.
It's okay, running back, wide receiver, whatever you want to call him. You know, first and foremost, Ed and Lisa did a phenomenal job raising all those young boys, and especially this young man. This guy is a special, special human being.
Yeah, let's take a closer peek, and Coach, you and I are going to have a chat about him also. I love his patience. He's not Le'Veon Bell, but his patience is like that. Look at him here. Finds the hole, and Coach, when he sees it, north-south, he hits it, and he runs 4.48. Now, here he is in the pass game. Coach, take it away.
Hey, find somebody on their team that can find him one-on-one. If there is nobody. So with anything that we can do to get him out in space, put the ball in his hands. The thing with you getting with Christian now, you're getting a starter at running back. You're getting a guy that can start a slot receiver. He can slot as an outside receiver. Oh, by the way, he's going to be starting your kickoff returns and your punt returns. This guy's a special, special guy that can affect the game in so many different ways.
With the 9th pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the Cincinnati Bengals select John Ross, wide receiver, Washington.
So the man who breaks Chris Johnson's 40 mark at the Combine, he's a new weapon coming to the AFC North. A Bengal, John Ross. It does appear we've got a big trade to talk about once we're done talking John Ross, Mike.
Yeah, 5'10", 188. Let's give this kid his due. 4.22, enough said. Quick and explosive. Questions about medical. He's had shoulder injuries and knee injuries. Some teams have taken him off the board entirely. So there's a medical alert on John Ross. But watch how quick he is. We know how fast he is. Watch him stem inside and get to the corner. That's stealing right there. That's an easy throw for Dalton.
The Kansas City Chiefs no longer have a first-round pick in next year's draft.
Wow.
They just traded it along with the 91st overall pick tomorrow night and their first-round pick tonight to move up 17 spots. And this may be the time Deshaun Watson comes out of the green room.
With the 10th pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select Patrick Mahomes, the second quarterback.
It is Patrick Mahomes, the second, not Deshaun Watson. That was the apple of the Reed Dorsey eye in Kansas City. That's the quarterback of the future that they're putting the eggs in the Mahomes basket in the heartland for the Chiefs. The Honda War Room cam shows handshakes and celebration breaking out there in Kansas City, Missouri, where it'll still be obviously Alex Smith's gig in 2017.
No doubt that at 6'2", 225, he's got arm strength like a Brett Favre. He is a big-time gunslinger like Brett Favre. He's got the arm. He's got the athletic ability. My question is, can he learn to win in the pocket? Because to play in the NFL, at a certain point, you have to.
With the 11th pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the New Orleans select Marshawn Lattimore, defensive back, Ohio State.
I didn't envision any scenario where the best corner in the draft would make it to number 11, Mike. But all these quarterbacks and wide receivers just dropped Marshawn Lattimore in the Saints' lap.
And I wonder if there's any concern about that chronic hamstring with some of the teams in the top 10. But let's talk about Lattimore. I'm amazed that he fell to 11. 6 feet, 193, one-year starter, had some hamstring issues both in 14 and 15. He's genetically gifted, comes out of that Glenville High School program, coached by Ted Ginn Sr. His upside is amazing. His ball skills are a true reality. His press coverage, he's very calm. Look at him undercut the route. Rarely gets called for pass interference, even though he's a one-year guy. Now, he gets a little deep here, but look how aggressive he is in the tackle. He's physical, he's tough, he's got all kinds of upside.
With the 12th pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the Houston Texans select Deshaun Watson, quarterback, Clemson.
So there you have it. The Jaguars didn't take him. And we all know Andrew Luck is sitting there in Indianapolis.
I root for this kid. I like him as a person. I like the way he conducts himself. I like how he leads his team. He's best when the lights are brightest, and that's the biggest compliment you can give a quarterback. Watch both the Bama tapes and tell me this kid can't frickin' play ball. But then we get into the whole spread quarterback conversation. So here's a great throw in the bucket. Double coverage against Alabama. You can't put it anywhere better. I think Arizona's got to take a quarterback.
13th pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals select Hassan Reddick, linebacker, Temple.
So with the Eagles on the clock, a hometown Temple Owl gets picked. An Owl becomes a Cardinal, and the Eagles are on the clock. Birds are all over the place here, and everyone in Philadelphia is having a party. Let's see what he does. Hassan Reddick, what
one
he
of
can
the
do at the next
cleanest
level.
Players in this draft. 6'1.5", 237. Fast riser. He gives you sub-package versatility, and he's Temple tough. He's got a little edge to him, folks, like all the Temple players have, which I like. Senior Bowl, hand in the dirt. Look at the twitch. He's going to win back inside easily against Biznawadi from Pitt. Again, Senior Bowl, look at him cover the running back. That's simple for him. Senior Bowl game. He's not used to dropping in coverage, but he sees it, drives, makes the tackle, and again, Senior Bowl. Watch him react to the running back who's got a two-way go. Vision, and then drive.
With the 14th pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select Derek Barnett, defensive end, Tennessee.
What an emotional moment for the Tennessee Volunteer in the green room.
Mike, we said maybe they're Ray Lewis or they're Ed Reed. We forgot about Terrell Suggs.
You know what's really interesting is one of my comps, my NFL comps for Derek Barnett is Brandon Graham, who's the other starting defensive end for the Eagles.
Here's the commissioner.
With the 15th pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the Indianapolis Colts select Malik Hooker, defensive back, Ohio State.
So Malik Hooker stays in Big Ten country.
There he is on the phone. And he'll fit in with Indianapolis beautifully. He's the best center fielder in this draft by far. He's got range. He's got tremendous ball skills. So when you look at this kid, what do you see? One-year starter, 6'1", 206 pounds, great athlete. An elite center fielder. In that 1 year, he had 7 picks. Again, range and ball skills. Hip and hernia surgery after the year. So he hasn't worked out for anybody. Look at him drive to deep outside. You talk about range. The first guy I thought of when I watched his tape was Earl Thomas. Why? Because the ability to go sideline to sideline and make plays like that.
I'm joined by TJ Owanabe from Laurel, Maryland, who is participating in the Make-A-Wish program. They're just giving you a crowd. Let them acknowledge you, okay? I'm going to finish up. TJ is 14 years old. He's a cancer survivor. He loves to play football and watches Ravens. Okay, TJ, it's time to make your dream come true.
With the 16th pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the Baltimore Ravens select Marlon Humphrey, defensive back from Alabama.
That doesn't surprise anybody that Ozzie Newsome would pick an Alabama guy, but I can tell you what, they just got better in the secondary. They have Eric Weddle. They now have Marlon Humphreys, who's going to do a tremendous job.
With the 17th pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the Washington Redskins select Jonathan Allen, defensive end, Alabama.
All right, so back-to-back Crimson Tide members coming out. And Jonathan Allen is the newest member of Washington.
But at 6'2 and a half, 286, on first down, he plays that defensive end in a 3-4, and he has positional versatility, meaning in sub-packages, he's going to kick inside and be a nightmare. The shoulder issues were talked about throughout the league, and I think that's why he went 17 instead of top 5. Here he is outside. He's going to stack the tackle with vision on the back, disengage, and make a big hit. Again, little swim over, sees the running back, not a problem. Inside this time where he's going to feast on NFL guards, uses his hands, see him bend there.
With the 18th pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the Tennessee Titans select Adoree Jackson, defensive back, USC.
I mean,
Kid had 9 return touchdowns in college.
Electric.
4 punt returns, 4 kickoff returns, an interception return. He played on offense. He played on defense. He's a developmental corner, but he puts the ball in the end zone, DJ.
0 spring practices, too, because he was running track and winning the long jump in the Pac-12 twice. So he's going to get a lot of coaching, and he's going to make a lot of improvements very quick.
With the 19th pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers select O.J. Howard.
There you go.
Tight end, Alabama.
Oh, my gosh.
How about this offseason for the offense, Rich?
Wow.
Deshaun Jackson, O.J. Howard. Not bad.
Added to Mike Evans, who had a breakout season last year, or at least his best season to date.
O.J. Howard is number 9 on my board. Almost 6'6", 251. Dude ran 4.51. Old school combination tight end. He can block in line. He can displace outside. He reminds me of Greg Olsen for those very reasons. I think he was underutilized as a pass catcher, and his best pass catching's ahead of him. Here he is against Clemson, a little swing route, and he's gone. Remember, he took over the national championship game 2 years ago against Clemson. Look at him break away from the safety, creating separation. He's faster than safeties. Here's an NFL catch. Zone coverage down the seam. You got to handle that, and he does. And how does he do as a blocker? Much better this past season.
Here come the Denver Broncos at 20th overall.
Got to be a tackle.
With the 20th pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos select Garrett Boles, tackle, Utah.
All right, somebody wake up the baby. Back there in the green room, Daddy just got picked. There he is, Kingston Boles, watching his father live out his dream. The Utah Ute is going to go to the Rocky Mountains and pass protect for John Elway and the rest of the Denver Broncos right there. That's the Honda War Room cam revealing them watching their first-round pick have an emotional moment.
Coach Shaw and I were talking about this before the draft, and we both agree, Coach, he's the most athletic of all the offensive linemen.
There's no question. You know, the job, there he is. The job at offensive tackle in the NFL is to block freaks. It is your job to keep your quarterback clean by blocking freak shows. And this guy is a freak athlete. He is long, he's athletic, he's fast, he's explosive. And what I love about him probably most is he is nasty. He looks like a great father right now, which is awesome. But in the white line.
With the 21st pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Jarrett Davis, linebacker, Florida.
All right, well, I guess we front-loaded the discussion there. There you go.
It tells us something, folks. 6'1.5", 238. Davis missed a lot of time this year with an ankle. He's got the physical traits. I was at his pro day, ran 4.58, was explosive, jumped 38 inches. He's a tough kid. He's today's NFL inside linebacker. He can run, he can stay in the game on third down, which I think is critical in Detroit. He's got some pretty good instincts. Now, I thought he struggled against Tennessee with counter. But outside of that one game where I thought he struggled, look at his side-to-sideline speed. I think that's why Detroit, his physicality and his speed, a little bit bigger version of Deion Jones, who went to Atlanta in the second round last year.
With the 22nd pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins select Charles Harris, defensive end, Missouri.
Pressure up the middle, he's going to be sacked.
Charles Harris, defensive end.
Hit, sack, ball free, Missouri's got it.
Two-time second-team All-SEC selection.
Really solid pick here. Charles Harris, almost 6'3", 253 pounds. Missouri literally recruited him off a playground watching him play basketball. I think he can play 4 down or a 34 outside linebacker. In Miami, it's 4 down. He's got real good get off. Here's a little bull rush. Gets under the Tennessee left tackle and jacks him back into the quarterback. Big hit.
With the 23rd pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the New York Giants select Evan Engram, tight end, Ole Miss.
So it is a tight end, and one of the best that we've seen measurable-wise at the Combine in years. Nice gift for Eli Manning to go along with Brandon Marshall. So they've added Brandon Marshall and now this dynamic tight end out of Ole Miss for Eli Manning out of Ole Miss.
Tight end. I don't believe he's a matchup nightmare. I don't care what you call him. Forget the label. He can block on the perimeter. He'll be an immediate impact player. He's also one of the smartest and cleanest players in this draft. His skill set, I think, is closer to Mike Evans as a wide receiver. Here, look at the throwback screen here. At 234, he runs 4.42. He ran a 1/10 of a second faster than Mike Evans at the same weight. Here he is catching, just look at his body control. Throws people off. He's an athlete, folks. He runs routes like a wide receiver. He jumps.
With the 24th pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the Oakland Raiders select Garyon Conley, defensive back, Ohio State.
Well, I guess they have some confidence in the fact that this young man will be exonerated. Well, he's obviously, look, exonerated is the wrong word. He has not been arrested or charged with anything just yet. Ian Rappaport, what can you tell us about this?
Rich, earlier today I'm told that Ohio State cornerback Garyon Conley took a polygraph test administered by William D. Evans. He is a registered administrator of this polygraph test. He passed, and this was a team in the first round who was considering taking him. That team was not the Oakland Raiders. So had the Raiders not taken him, he likely still would have gone in the first round, but the Raiders did more than their share of homework. They feel very comfortable with his situation, Rich.
With the 25th pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select Jabril Peppers, defensive back, Michigan.
One of my favorite players in this draft, 5'11", 213, highly recruited kid out of North Jersey. He brings explosive energy in the locker room and out on the field. incredible versatility. The question is ball skills and ball production. I kind of say forget about all that. Have a plan for this kid. He played in the box at Michigan. He played linebacker, but I think he can start at strong safety. I think he can start at nickel. I think he's going to be a difference maker in your return game, one of the best kick and punt returners in the country. He can also cover kicks and punts. So we talked about Christian McCaffrey and what he can do versatility-wise. This kid can even play offense. So when people say it's a negative that they're not sure how to play him, I look at his versatility as a positive.
So the Falcons just acquired the 26th overall pick from the Seattle Seahawks. So the Honda War Room peering in on the high fives and celebration.
26th pick in the 2017 NFL Draft. The Atlanta Falcons select Takaris McKinley, linebacker, UCLA.
So Tack McKinley is now going to the ATL. That's a photograph of his grandmother. I had Jim Moore on my show today, and he told the story that he made he told his grandmother as she was on her deathbed, the grandmother made a dying wish saying that he should go for his dream into the NFL. And as Jim Moore told it, she made that wish and then closed her eyes. Wow. And now here he is bringing that photograph of his grandmother out.
With the 27th pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the Buffalo Bills select Tre'Davious White, defensive back, LSU.
So it is the third LSU Tiger tonight. We expected to see all of them go, and in fact, we're seeing them go tonight.
Yeah, I think he's not flashy. He's not sexy. I think he's one of the most solid cornerbacks in this draft, though. 5'11", 192, good arm length. This kid is a competitor, solid four-year starter. I like him a lot in press. Thought he was a little confused at times in off coverage. 3 punt return touchdowns. Don't forget about that as added value for the Buffalo Bills. Vision back to the quarterback, sees the ball. He's one of those guys that understands and has enough confidence to get his head around and rip it away.
With the 28th pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Taco Charlton, defensive end, Michigan.
Reminds me physically of Carlos Dunlop at 6'5" and 5'8", 277 when Dunlop came out of Florida. He's got length, power, movement skills, one-year starter, which makes me question where he was before that with all this length and talent. And Carlos Dunlop's a good comp, except Dunlop ran 4.7. This kid ran 4.92. I don't think he has quite the same twitch. However, he made plays. I thought his best game was against Ohio State, to be honest with you. He had 2.5 sacks. He played really well in the run game.
With the 29th pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select David Njoku.
There you go.
Tight end, Miami.
And it's caught for a touchdown. That is big and bad.
David Njoku, tight end, 1,060 career receiving yards.
Njoku diving for the end zone. Touchdown.
So there you go. David Njoku is he's just a mountain of he's not even 21 yet.
He's
a
20
young
years.
kid.
He's 20 years old. He's an ascending talent. He's got inline traits, meaning he's going to grow into that body, and I think he can play as a inline tight end. Won't be 21 years old till July.
With the 30th pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select T.J. Watt, linebacker, Wisconsin.
Pressure coming, tight pocket, down he goes.
T.J. Watt, linebacker.
1-2 gets to the quarterback.
2016 first team All Big Ten selection.
So it is T.J. Watt, all in the family. As you can see, Derek Watt, part of the Chargers organization.
And I love Peppers.
With the 31st pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers select Reuben Foster, linebacker, Alabama.
6 foot, 229. I'm a BC guy, and I don't say this very lightly, but he reminds me of Luke Kuechly when I watch tape. He had a tough childhood, but he's an immediate impact player. Sideline to sideline, he will light you up, can play in the pass game. I'm amazed that he's fallen to this point. Now, here he is. When he sees it, he trusts his eyes. There is no doubt when he's coming downhill, and sideline to sideline, he makes big hits.
With the 32nd pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Ryan Ramczyk, tackle, Wisconsin.
All right, so there you go. Some protection for Drew Brees, and someone to open up some holes for Mark Ingram and now Adrian Peterson.
Yeah, and Zach Strief, their right tackle, is 34 years old. So he can step in day one, play right tackle. He's a technician, even though he's only a one-year starter at Wisconsin. He faced big-time opposition, starting with Arden Key, his first game as a Division I player this year, and I thought he did a nice job against LSU. So at the end of the day, he's a day one starter on the right side. They pair him with Teron Armstead.